Welcome back to She Gets It podcast. My name is Shan. It was just a cough. I don't have corona, I promise. Welcome back to the show. This is my podcast. This is where I talk my talk. Things come up in my mind and I share it with the world because I feel like if I share it, it'll benefit somebody. And somebody else that benefit will share it with somebody else that will benefit, and so on and so on. And if it doesn't, move around because there's lots that I've talked about because I like to run my mouth. I wanted to talk about ride or die your ass into Nowhereville. Okay? And because that's a place. It's a place. It's a state of being. It is where a lot of people are. I have a question. Why is it that the term ride or die requires sex of just women? Are there males who are considered ride or die that stick around for the disrespect that women give? Are there males that are considered ride or die that stick around for a woman that's cheating on them? Talking down to them, belittling them, making them feel like fools, embarrassing them, being disrespectful to their families, being disrespectful to them, being disrespectful in front of their friends, coworkers, bosses. Are there men that stick around for that? Are there men that stick around for the women that they are in relationships with that cheat and may have a child while they are in their current relationship? Do they take care of that child? Do they, nurture that child just like a child that they may have? Or if they don't have children, do they act as though that child is, completely okay and they're okay with it and they care about that child equally while having no real marriage or change in habits? Do men do that? And if men do that, why isn't that talked about? Do other men look down on men that stick around for things like that? Do you out there as a man have a boy or a brother or a cousin that sticks around for a woman that disrespects him and won't leave? And why won't they leave? And I feel personally, so this is not the bee's knees, but I feel that women tend to respect the idea of being a man's ride or die more than men respect being a woman's ride or die, to the point where they will completely kill their dreams, their goals, their aspirations, and their willingness to remember their worth. Just to have a body, just to have a somebody, just to have a physical, you can see him man there, And I feel like women can learn so much from men or males who don't put up with bullshit from women. You might say, oh, men ain't shit and men ain't this, or you might hear that a lot. I don't say that. But you don't ever hear women say, you know what? He probably ain't the best. He probably not doing a lot, but he's not sticking around with a woman that disrespects him. He's not staying there. He's not taking care of her. He's not taking care of her children. He's not laying there like a doormat. He's not trying to make sure her house is really clean, trying to make sure her car is really clean, paying on her bills regardless of how she treats him. He's not, making sure that he consistently does it, Nobody says that. And the thing is, women have this illusion that if they keep doing something good, or they keep being good to someone who's not deserving or doesn't recognize that woman's worth, and if they keep being consistent regardless of the disrespect, regardless of the cheating, the embarrassment, the stress, the Just like, do you not see me? Do you not feel comfortable when you come home? Do you not know, like, I washed these clothes? I took care of the house. I cooked for you. I made sure I met you halfway on bills. Or some women are even out here taking care of men to the point of paying 110% of their bills. Some women are out here paying for a man's child that is not theirs, paying for a man's child support. And you really, as a woman, have to ask yourself, men are not doing this. Men are not doing this because men understand when they're being played as a fool. Women, I feel like they see when they're being played like a fool, but their emotions take over and cloud it like bricks. Okay? They cloud it like bricks because they feel like they can wear a person down to be better. He'll get tired of disrespecting me one day. He'll get tired of cheating one day. He'll get tired of not seeing who I am and what I bring to the table one day. But what if that one day is 25 years from now? What if that one day is 15 years from now? What if that one day is 12 more years from now? What boundary for you in time is there for this male in front of you that you're doing so much for to get right, to do right? What is your time frame on the things you want in life? What is your time frame on your respect? What is your time frame on the neglect you feel as a person in a quote unquote relationship that is supposed to be all these great things that it looks like? You really have to ask yourself that, because maybe males out there may not see their worth, or maybe they don't have that much to bring to the table, but they know when they're wasting time with a woman. They know when they're wasting time with a little girl. They know when a young woman is no good or she's not ready, and they don't stick around too long. Women have to get out of the mindset of sticking around and, yeah, I was here from the beginning. Sometimes some women are meant to be there at the beginning and not there in the middle and not there at the end, because in order for a lot of males to learn that they had something good, lost something that was good because they couldn't see it. When they learn those lessons, they're better for someone in their future. But if you're not giving a male who has to learn his lesson that way the space and the room to learn it, and you keep giving to him and enabling certain behavior, nobody's learning anything. You're not learning what you can have with someone that will respect you as a woman. You're not learning what you can have with someone that values you as a companion, because you're here with someone that can't and won't. And they're not learning the limitations to their bullshit when it comes to a woman that understands her worth, because they get to treat you like shit, talk to you how they want, lie to your face, come back home, have clean clothes, have something to eat, have somebody to do bills on, have somebody to keep their kids, all while they're disrespecting you and probably treating someone else way better that's doing a way less. And you really have to ask yourself, why? Why is it that women value being a ride or die for a man, but men don't value being ride or die for a woman? And it's because men understand when their time is being wasted. Women will go ahead and waste their time with a man and fake like the ending result of however it ends is what they wanted. Sometimes the ending result is, okay, you get a car. or you get a house, or you get gifts. You get a lot of nice gifts or mediocre gifts. And every time he gave you a gift, every time he came over with flowers, it was probably because he felt guilty. Or they get here type of thing. And nobody wants anything that's like, okay, here. Like you're settling. You're tired. I'm tired. Okay, here. And it's kind of like, where's the reward in that? Was that all you're looking for? What does that mean? Women have to stop wasting their time. Women have to start setting some boundaries as to what they're going to deal with, what they're going to allow, what they're not going to allow, so they could feel good about the choices they make, the people that they invest their time into, because all your time after 25 is an investment. If you're not going to be here in 5 years, let me know, because I need to spend less time with you. If you're not going to be here in 10 years, let me know, because I need to make some more moves that don't include you. And that's in business, that's in current relationships, that's in just like investing in feelings with people, goals with people, desires with people. Like, are you going to continue to pour water into a bucket with a big hole in the bottom? No, you're going to realize that you need a new bucket. Women, you can't keep promoting this ride or die as if there's a amazing outcome at the end. There is not an amazing outcome at the end. Some people are just who they are. Some men are just who they are. And you have to recognize that has to change. Shop She Gets It on Teespring. The link is in the bio. Don't act like I ain't tell you. Hit me up on the Stereo app. Hit me up on Patreon. Hit me up on Red Circle. If you want to go ahead and cross promo, I'm here for you. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up at my email, shegetsit@gmail.com. Hit me up on She Gets It Pod on IG. I'm not hard to find. Let's get back into this show. All I'm saying is, if you know that you're of value, treat yourself like you're of value. And you'll attract people that recognize that value. And you'll attract people who are honest with you. You'll attract people who know that they can't approach you with the BS. And that's only when you recognize the value of you. Sometimes it's something that does not have to be said or stated. How you walk into a room, how you run your business, how you treat other people, how you speak, the standards and how you expect certain things to be given once you do your part. It's all a value standard thing. So I don't want my daughters to ever grow up and say, oh, I'm a ride or die for a boy, for a male who does not know what it is to be a man. Men live in their truth. Men will tell you if they can provide the things that you expect up front. Men are honest about where they're at in life, in value, with standard. Men are not going to lie to you about what you're going to get out of the quote unquote deal. Men are not going to put you in a position to be embarrassed, to be taken advantage of. You got to know the differences between a boy, a male, and a man. And there are lots of women in their 20s that don't know the difference. But that's okay, because your 20s are your time to be stupid and naive. There are women in your 30s that don't know the difference between a boy, a male, and a man. And there are women in their 40s and unfortunately their 50s who are still trying to figure that out. Who already spent decades looking at the wedding dress, spent decades looking at the wedding shows, the illusions of celebrity happiness in relationships, and they're just dying to have that. You can't be dying to have that and you haven't fully recognized the differences between the male spectrum of boy, male, man. Okay? So you got to do yourself a favor and recognize what you see in that mirror. Recognize what you want to give her in that mirror. What you want your children to see you desire in life by what you see in that mirror. I can't teach my daughters to be their best, do their best, put out their best work, and accept less from a male, from a boy, and wait on him, and do for him, and be on pause for him, look stupid for him. That would be me failing as a mother. And I don't care how many great times or moments you have had with this person. All relationships are all about evolving. My relationship with my mother is about evolving and understanding as I get older, as she gets older. My relationship with my friends is about evolving. And some people will not evolve with you, and that's okay. My relationship with my kids are about evolving. As they get older, I have to share with them more. I have to go into more details. I have to give them more boundaries as they get older so they don't wild out. So why would you as a woman allow yourself to be in a relationship with a male that is not evolving, that is not growing in an aligned purpose that you have for yourself? What discussions are not being had? What answers are you not getting? And is there a time frame on your answers and the efforts that match up? Because a lot of times I feel like women might have ways of, oh, we need to talk. Oh, this is not working for me. Or I'm upset. But a lot of times I feel what women are really upset about is not the fact that you didn't take the trash out. Not the fact that you paid this bill late. It's the fact that I'm mad at myself for continuously staying here, having to have this conversation over and over with you again. You're not showing me that you're changing, and I want to change, and I don't know how to demand a change, and I don't know if it's a boy I see in you or it's a man I see in you that I want you to be, that you're not going to be able to be because you don't even know what that is in yourself. A lot of women are frustrated, miserable in relationships with males that are not yet men. A lot of women are frustrated, miserable in relationships with boys that they thought were cute that are not yet men. And I don't feel like it's 100% that male's fault, because he was who he was when he met you. You chose not to see what you needed to demand for whatever reason at that time. But all women, as they grow, so does your intelligence, and you want more. But you have to make sure the person that you want more from is ready. And a lot of males are not ready to be men. And you can't then say, it's your fault. I've been here for you and you've been doing X, Y, and Z. No, the person that you need to be there for all the time, 24/7, is you. You wasn't there for you. So when you get mad at that male, you're actually mad at yourself because you recognized it and you ignored it. And now you're at your limits. Accept people for who they are now. And if you know that you need more, be honest and have that discussion that you need more. And if that person honestly cannot deliver what you need, allow yourself to hear that they cannot deliver what you need. And take your time back. Take your worth back. Take your standards back. Take your values back. Because if you don't have enough money for your groceries for your family, do you think they're going to let you walk out that store with them groceries? No. If you don't have enough money for that water to be on, that electricity, that heat in that house, do you think they're going to let you slide because you need it for survival? No. That's the same way you need to require people to be in your life, be in relationships. If you cannot give me what I need to be successfully calm, not stressed, at peace, I cannot continue whatever the fuck this is. So when it comes to ride or die, to me, that's nothing to smile at when it comes to a relationship or a man and a woman. Because over time, it's supposed to get better. You're not supposed to be in a circle of fuckery. When it comes to friendships, the whole ride or die meaning you're going to have some good times, you're going to have some bad times, but as long as you're willing to grow and willing to learn and unlearn some habits in order to be better within these friendships, that's cool. That's cool. But there are some people who are not ready to see the things within themselves in friendships that they need to work on. And you have to leave those relationships where they are. Learn to leave relationships that no longer feed you what you need where they are. And it has nothing to do with hating a person. It has nothing to do with not liking a person. It has nothing to do with being jealous of a person. It just has something to do with, can I really go forward in a relationship with this individual and feel good when I share good news with them? Can I really go forward with a relationship with this individual and trust them and feel at home and at peace with them? If any of those is a no for you, then that's a wrap. And sometimes that's a wrap on people you're related to. Sometimes that's a wrap on friendships that you had for 10 plus years. Sometimes that's a wrap on relationships that you had for 20 years. Some people want to grow and some people want to just be. But as long as you remember what you need and what you grew out of and what you require now, you'll be fine. But we have to have the same boundaries businesses have for their services. And I'm not saying that you are a business, a building, an entity, but you are you are your own manager of that body, of that soul, of everything that you have to offer in this life. I'm looking at my body right now, and if I wanted myself to be better, there are some changes that I'm going to have to make. I think a lot of people get up and they don't even look head to toe at themselves in the mirror. They don't know what they look like in the mirror when they wake up in the morning. They know that they got up, they went to the bathroom, they peed, they brushed their teeth, they put water on their face, but they haven't really looked at themselves. And I feel like a lot of people don't look at themselves to see what's realistically there because they know realistically they're not going to like what they see. And sometimes you have to force yourself to look at yourself and see those things and really ask yourself, are you just talking about changing it, or is it something that you actually want to change and just change it? Women, sis, stop being a ride or die and live good. Live good for yourself. Live good for the people that love you, that embrace you, that lift you up in life, that respect you, that value you, that see you. And you'll be good. I promise you'll be good. But you can't continue to pour into empty buckets. You can't pour water into a strainer and then wonder why, you ain't got nothing left. Some people got holes in them that only they can fix. And there's nothing great that you're going to do to fix that. Stop being ride or dies for dead end situations. You're going nowhere. It's going to leave you nowhere. You're going to be where you started doing nowhere ass shit at. The beginning. The start. The illusion of having something that's not really there to begin with. Don't do it to yourself. My name is Shan. Thank you for listening to She Gets It. Peace.